Okay.
Can we take care of that? Or is that...
Sure, I think so. There's nothing left on the mirror. There's a ladder that goes from the floor to the ceiling so that you can get into all 3 rooms. Worst case scenario, I can just climb up there. Yeah, right. Like that's gonna work. Okay. Already checked that screen.
Something.
There you go. I can't bring myself to call this a bed. It feels like a board with a sheet on it. It's pretty flat. Got the bed in? You're good. That's a good way to look at it.
Okay.
The note's got some shapes in blue and more shapes in red. There's an arrow that goes all the way across the paper. It's red under the red symbols and blue under the blue ones.
Shall we?
Sure. I mean, I don't think you actually combine them.
No, you don't have to. But figure out what the numbers are.
Yeah, I think we're good to go.
So, blue first.
Yeah.
We have...
Filled in square.
Square.
Well, so we'll say blue square.
Filled in square is 0.
And clear upper left triangle is 2. And then
filled in
lower left and clear upper left. So that's 6, 3. 0, 2, 6, 3.
Okay.
So let's try that.
0.
You need the key.
Oh, okay. 5.
Okay. Oh, I'm reading. Let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. I guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. 0, 2, 3, 6, 3.
Yeah.
Did you know mini games exist?
0, 2,
6,
6,
3.
3.
Alright, let's see if these numbers work. Turn the key and hey! Looks like it's working. Yes! Alright, let's open it up. Yes! It opened! Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? So sometimes you will pick up some documents you can look up. And they'll either be like stuff about like how to play the game, or they can be plot related.
We'll do our best to get all the files.
Yeah, I think some of them are a little silly, but I don't know. It's good. Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root. Let's see. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single-digit answer. The final single digit is your digital root. Example, the digital root of 678 would be 6 plus 7 plus 8. That equals 21. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore, the digital root of 678 is 3. So we basically get that. Okay. I see. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single-digit number. Oh, looks like there's something on the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator, and a stack of key cards. Okay, we've got some key cards with numbers on them. Looks like some key cards. There's a number written on each card. 6, 7, 8. Does that mean something? No, it doesn't mean anything.
It means nothing.
Alright, so you get some tools for helping you with things. Notepad, calculator, documents. Pretty standard for a puzzle game, I guess. I don't remember ever having used the calculator though.
Okay, so we're good here?
Yeah.
There's a...
Do you know where else to go?
Where's the red one? Isn't there one?
Yeah, there is. Here. Okay, so we've looked around a bunch, looked through there, looked through there. I think we've seen every screen here. Oh, was that the same one we just opened? So he's saying, oh, got it. If I pull off these sheets and shove them into the window, maybe that'll stop the water. Alright, window, let's see how you like this. Shoot, that's not gonna happen. There's way too much water coming through there. No way these sheets are gonna be enough to plug up the window. I guess there's only one way I'm gonna live through this. And that's by getting the hell out of this room. After all, there's not really anything else I can do. Okay, so looking around. We have not looked in here yet.
That's right.
And there are some hangers on the pole. Thanks, Junpei. That's just like the blue briefcase. Yep, there's a lock on this one too. It's not open. We don't know the numbers yet.
We will in a second.
Unless you open the items menu.
So, okay, start here.
First one. Filled upper left, clear lower right. That's 7. And then 4. And then filled upper right, clear square. 8 and 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. Let's try it.
Oops.
Alright, let's stick that red key in there. It's not open. Junpei! In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Well, alright, I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. So it looks like I'm gonna have to put in the right numbers and then turn the key. If I do that, this thing should pop right open. Let's give it a shot. We just did this!
Thanks, Axis!
So was it 7, 4, 8, 5, I believe, yeah. Okay. Yes! I unlocked it! It's opening. These look like key cards. Again. There's a number on each one. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I think that's everything we need from here. There's nothing left in the briefcase.
Good to go?
Yeah, I think we're good. So that's the first puzzle room.
Guess what we have to do with these key cards? So we can explain this?
Yeah. These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide this card and see if it works. And... Huh? It's not working? Why? Damn it. No, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Damn it! Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course! The files! That file said something about a digital root. Digital root. The digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with... There's a 5 on that door. Do I have to get a digital root of 5? I'm not really sure about this. Whatever, it's worth a shot. Let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the reader. So, time for mental math. Woohoo! I don't remember the answer to this.
Well, let's see. What numbers would make 5? 1 plus 4, 2 plus 3.
So anything that equals 14 or 23.
Or 41 or 32, but that would be kind of silly.
I'm gonna shoot and say 716.
Yep.
Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go, that's a new noise. Oh, did it just unlock? Well, that light was red and now it's blue. That's strange. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. The only door in and out of this room is right next to this weird device. Oh, you have to zoom out. We found it.
Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall. Gasping to catch his breath, he looked around. He was in a narrow hallway. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. Just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of this short staircase...
A door! Another door?
Junpei leapt up the stairs, straight for the door. The door burst open, and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What the hell?
His voice trailed off, and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases rising up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. It looked like nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s. Junpei couldn't help but wonder, was he really in a ship? The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved towards the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally a... Wait, what the hell? A wave? Shit, I gotta get out of here!
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaking in protest on the polished floor, and ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him. C deck. B deck. As he ran, he glanced quickly at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship. He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead, Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. And on the right side, 3 more. All told, there were 7 of them. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood there staring at one another. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step, in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again. I guess there's another one of us now. The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more. Hey, you, come on! Hurry! With no further ceremony, she ran, straight past Junpei and toward the doors behind him. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman. The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering, "One of us, huh?" Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
The next to speak was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand was wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei had always imagined a prince would be like. "That's 9 of us, then. All of the cards are in hand." What does "all of the cards are in hand" mean, he wondered. Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him, and they were gone. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. One of them had hair like a bird's nest, and looked as though a stiff breeze might topple him, and the other was a veritable mountain of a man. The scrawny one said nothing, and scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
"Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for? Didn't you hear him? The doors on A deck are no good. We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!"
Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Whoa!
Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward. There were 2 pairs of large iron doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door in red paint was a number. The door on the right had a 4, and the door on the left had a 5.